Chinese do indeed succeed in their plan and we indeed do nothing about our own skill development, we'd be relegated to second place. It is in this context that National Skill Development Board was set up under the chair of Honorable Prime Minister of the country, and we have now a committed plan under which over the next 5 years we would like to train and impart skills to 100 million people across the nation. And most of this chunk is going to come from the rural areas. Department of IT, we propose to develop, upgrade the skills in about 1 million people in the next 3 to 4 years' time. It's a tall order. And, but having attended today's function, I have no doubt in mind with partners like Shrey Sahaj and many other channel partners who are waiting for the opportunity, we'd be able to push ahead on this charter of responsibility that has been given to us. Finally, I would like to say this. IGNOU, Department of IT, in fact, Shankar is funding a joint education skill development program along with IGNOU for upgrading the skills of our village level entrepreneurs, the people who man, the young women and men who man our common services centers. And we do hope very soon we'll be able to roll out this skill upgradation program. All I can say today is I wish this partnership indeed turns into tangible outcomes in the manner in which we can upgrade the skills of those young boys and girls living in the villages and make them very productive citizens of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Respected Shri Rao. एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट रिस्पेक्ट श्री अरविंद मायाराम भी हमारे बीच में इस वक्त मौजूद हैं। आप 1978 बैच के राजस्थान काडर के आईएएस अधिकारी हैं। श्री मायाराम मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस एंड कंपनी अफेयर्स, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक अफेयर्स, इंडस्ट्रीज एंड टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट में आप रहे। आप वर्तमान में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट में एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी और फाइनेंशियल एडवाइज़र के पद पर शोभायमान हैं। भारत में फ्लेजिंग पीपीपी के इनिशिएटिव्स के लिए आपका गहरा योगदान रहा। मैं आपसे विनती करती हूँ महोदय कि कृपया इस खास मौके पर हमें संबोधित करें और हमें प्रेरणा दें।
So 1 minute. So 1 minute. I just wanted to add a personal note here. Almost a month back, we were giving a presentation to DIT from secretary to additional secretaries and all the senior officers were there. And Mr. S.R. Rao, after my presentation, which was all goody-goody and nice, he said, I don't think Sabath is telling the full truth. He must be facing a lot of difficulties and other issues which he is not mentioning here. Sir, I've thought about it many times, and I think I will say this here, that it is true that nothing like this could ever have been easy. It could not have been easy. But somewhere in life, you get unexpected help and support from unknown quarters, from people you had not thought, institutions that you had not thought, because you know that you have to dig your own well, draw your own water. But some good people come along and they support you, and that is enough to keep your faith in your systems. Indian systems do not break down despite all the problems that we have, because there are sufficient good people around. And we have been very immensely blessed, and there are a lot of people sitting here in this auditorium who would not like to take the stage. There are people on the stage who have, in very difficult moments when we were fighting battles which were very difficult, they would come up and support us. We have with us Dr. Amar Singh, we have Dr. Tyagi. Dr. Amar Singh came up and he said, you young people are doing good work. We must get them to do some good work for our below poverty line people. In fact, he asked us to submit proposals. Normally you go around ministries and departments, you know, and asking for some support, some amount of viability gap funding that you can follow your dreams, whatever you want to do. But here were people who had actually come forward and they hunted you out and said, you know, we must support these people. They're doing some good work. Mr. Arvind Mayaram, He has been one person whenever there has been a program of ours, whenever we are doing something, always he is present. Whatever support he can give, whatever moral support he can give, he's been there everywhere. It's a pleasure and an honor, sir, to have you here with us. I would like to say that you and other people have been there with us, and you are the strength and the encouragement that has kept us along at moments when have been difficult. It is our privilege to have you here, sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Mr. Damodaran, someone we have for many, many years looked up to and wished we could emulate and even go halfway where he has been. My friend of 30 years and more illustrious batchmate, Dr. Rao. Another friend of 30 years, who's sitting across Dr. Nayak, who I have known since I was a student in University of Rajasthan. Respected members of the staff, friends. First of all, Sabaha did not warn me that I would be asked to speak, so I have not been able to gather my thoughts. But despite the fact that bureaucrats are often blamed, and perhaps rightly so, for many ills, you will never be able to blame a bureaucrat who couldn't stand up at the spur of the moment and speak for 10 minutes and say nothing. So I would try and see if I can make some sense speaking to you today. Of course, before I move forward, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Amar Singh, who's the architect of the National Livelihood Mission, and much of it is going to feed into the program that you're going to launch. If you look at India's population, and if we estimate around 27% to be those who are living below the poverty line, around 250 million people are below that poverty line in the country. And if we bring one person into a job which provides a salary of about 3,000 rupees a month, then the entire household comes out of that poverty line. So which means if we were to get 50 million people from amongst those who are living below the poverty line, jobs, sustainable jobs that could provide them with a salary of 3,000 rupees or more, we would have tackled the issue of poverty as we define it to a very large extent. But the number of 50 million is not easy to reach for two reasons. One is we do not have institutional structures that can deliver that kind of skill on the ground. If you look at the total capacity of the largest companies, including eSahaj, till they have decided to go into virtual classroom, if you look at the total capacity or total infrastructure, then the capacity does not run for more than 100,000 to 200,000 people a year. In which case, we can wait for the next 20 years not to reach the number, and I'm speaking only of those who live below the poverty line. There is also another side to this e-learning that we are bringing in. We are spending about 40,000 crores every year, and this year it's going to be about 35,000 crore, but I average. Next year's, we are hoping something like 45,000 crores would be available for the National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, which is driven by an act, and anyone living in the rural areas can demand work for about 100 days in a year. If we look at this huge amount of money which is being spent, and if we were to consider any family which does the maximum number of days permissible under the Act, which is 100 days, as unskilled work on the site, it is a clear indication that this is a household which does not have sustainable employment, and therefore they are forced to work as unskilled labor on the ground. This number includes those who are not from below the poverty line, and therefore if we were to reach out to these families and again provide them with employment, then we would immediately bring out a lot of people from distress. So the numbers are very large, and obviously in a country like India it is impossible to create physical infrastructure to be able to go and train people or provide them with skills. And this is the reason why we are very excited, even in the Ministry of Rural Development, with initiatives of this kind which are now coming up, and this possibly is the most promising of them all, where there is now actually a possibility of reaching out to much larger number of people than we could ever anticipate in the normal traditional manner of imparting skills. And therefore, I would like to commend the work that Shrey is doing. I have seen the kind of energy Sabahat brings in to many initiatives. We have engaged with him on various occasions on other schemes also. I have also had the occasion of going to Kolkata and looking at the state-of-the-art data center which they have created, and really impressive data center which I've created. And therefore, I have no doubt that this initiative which is now being launched today is going to be a great success. I have just one more suggestion to this initiative, and if it can be looked at, perhaps it would do a lot of good to those who are from below the poverty line. I'm only limiting myself to those in rural areas below the poverty line, because presently my mandate in the ministry is only to look at those who are below the poverty line. We are looking at those who have the 10th certificate who would get this. There would be a large number of people who may have 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th certificate and then after that, because they don't have the wherewithal, they go out and work in the fields. If through, like you have open university, there is also an open school system which gives the certification for 10th and 12th. And along with this skill, if we were to, especially for those who are below the poverty line, also design a program which could give them the certificate for 10th class, which then equips them to go on to the higher employability, I think it would do a lot of good to those who are from the below the poverty line, and this is something that could be considered.
We have a program, but we have to scale up.
Okay. So I'm glad then, if it is, then these two could be matched, in which case this would help in a big way. So once again, I'd like to thank Shrey for having invited me for this path-breaking initiative that they are launching today. And I would like to commend the work they are doing, and also to congratulate the IGNOU University, which under the able stewardship of the Vice Chancellor is breaking new ground for this initiative. Thank you very much.
Now I have to invite the person with whom we actually work, and who is from government side our boss. So all our complaints and all our issues are always directed at him, and he has the responsibility to sort out all our issues, to work with us, and also to crack the whip at us, to roll out centers, to do this. And most of the time, all the flag that we get from the government comes from Mr. Shankar Agarwal. It's a pleasure, sir, to have you here with us. It's an honor, it's a privilege. We love working with you. We would request you to, sir, come here and share your feelings and thoughts on this day with us.
Thank you very much, Sabahat. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Pillai, Honorable
Dr. Mr. Damodaran, respectable my senior colleague, Mr. S.R. Rao. By the way, he is the only serving officer, means serving IAS officer who has been decorated with Padma Shri. And respectable Shri Mayaramji, Additional Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to be here this afternoon to participate in this event, which is a historical event, and I'm sure this will go very, very, very far in bringing benefits to our people who are living in difficult and rural areas. India has been growing with a rate of almost 8% now. Earlier, we had been growing at 9.5%, and sir, your contribution is immense in that. However, the benefits of this growth has not percolated down to the common man, to those people who are living in rural area, difficult areas. Even today, most of them are below poverty line. And though we take pride in having this kind of a growth rate of 8%, and the entire world is envy of us, but fact of the matter is that this kind of a growth is neither sustainable nor very desirable kind of thing. If we want to grow with sustainability, it is necessary that this growth is inclusive. And this growth can be inclusive only when we take care of those people who are living in difficult and rural areas, which are almost 65% of 1.2 billion, which is the population of this country. And ICT can play a very, very important role. And how do we get these people in the growth? We will be able to get them in the mainstream of growth story only when we impart good quality education to them. Education is vehicle through which they can go in for social upward mobility or the economic upward mobility. And unfortunately, we have not been able to create a mechanism through which we could impart good quality education to them in their local areas. And knowledge is strength. Knowledge is a great enabler. And this is not new. Even in our Upanishads, we have very clear, it was clearly mentioned, Asto ma sadgame and tamso ma jyotirgame. Let us move from darkness to light. That means from ignorance to knowledge. However, we did not allow them to have access to knowledge, and that's why today they are ignorant. And since they are ignorant, they are poor, and since they are poor, they get ignored. My esteemed colleague, Mr. Mayaramji, he said that if we provide them employment, we will be able to bring a lot of happiness to them. Yes, sir, we can do that. But if we go little beneath that, it is the knowledge, sir. It's the education. If we impart education to them, surely they will be able to get employment. This reminds me of Buddhism philosophy. Buddhism says that happiness and sadness, both are inherent part of the life. And whatever we do, we will not be able to have only good things or the bad things in life. But thereafter, Buddhism says, yes, we can mitigate our sorrows. And the only way to mitigate sorrows is to have knowledge. And if we want to go in for the pursuit of happiness, it is necessary that we go in for knowledge. And under ICT, and today, Sabhat and his team has done wonderful work. And in collaboration with IGNOU, I'm sure that they'll be able to bring in a lot of happiness to each and every family in rural areas. They'll be able to get the best quality of education, the IT education, and even other than IT education in the rural areas. And I'm sure, sir, you said that there is a difference between the potential and the performance. And I am confident that your promise that you will be able to get this potential realized through this initiative which has been entered into between IGNOU and Sahaj Shri. I wish you all the very best, Sabhat, and to your initiative. And I'm sure that in times to come, it will certainly prove to be a big historical day. We all are with you. We are here to strengthen your hands, and it will be our endeavor to help you in every respect and at every corner, at every turn of this journey. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर अग्रवाल। किसी ने कहा है कि मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है, पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। हिंदुस्तान की रूह गाँव में बसती है और ये बात हम अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं, और इसीलिए सहज ने ग्रामीण इलाकों के युवाओं को रोजगार दिलाने के मकसद से एक कामयाब पहल की है, और वो है चाकरी पोर्टल। कोई भी व्यक्ति चाकरी में ऑनलाइन रजिस्टर कर सकता है, और वो भी अपने गाँव में बैठे बैठे, और हमारे द्वारा सूटेबल जॉब ऑफर भी पा सकता है। जी हाँ, हमारे बीच वे सौभाग्यशाली कैंडिडेट्स भी मौजूद हैं जिन्होंने सफलतापूर्वक जॉब हासिल की है, और वो भी एम्प्लॉयर्स लाइक यूरेका फोर्ब्स, इन्फर्नो सिक्योरिटी एंड फैसिलिटीज़ मैनेजमेंट और DLF प्राइमेरिका लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लिमिटेड में। मैं चाहूँगी कि हमारे जो स्टेज पर डिग्नेटरीज़ विराजमान हैं वो एक एक करके इन कैंडिडेट्स को सर्टिफिकेट प्रदान करें। सबसे पहले मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी इग्नू के VC से मिस्टर VN राजशेखरन पिल्लई से कि वो पहला ये सर्टिफिकेट प्रदान करें, और मैं DLF प्राइमेरिका से मिस्टर कपिल मेहता से गुजारिश करूँगी कि वो प्लीज़ स्टेज पर आएँ, और सुजॉय घोष जिन्होंने चाकरी पोर्टल का हु इज़ टेकिंग केयर ऑफ चाकरी पोर्टल, उनसे भी मैं गुजारिश करूंगी कि इस ख़ास मौके पर वो भी इस स्टेज पर पधारें। सुजॉय घोष एंड DLF प्राइमेरिका से मिस्टर कपिल मेहता, और मैं मिस्टर राजशेखरन पिल्लई से निवेदन करूंगी कि ये सर्टिफिकेट्स प्रदान करें। सबसे पहले जो कैंडिडेट हैं उनको मैं स्टेज पर आने की उनसे निवेदन करती हूँ, गुजारिश करती हूँ। मिस्टर प्रभाष, These are the appointment letters. So बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ, शुभकामनाएं। मिस्टर आकाश, आपसे मेरा निवेदन है कि स्टेज पर आएं और ये अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर माननीय VC महोदय के कर कमलों द्वारा ग्रहण करें। मिस्टर आकाश, this is the appointment letter. So congratulations to all of you. और मैं चाहूँगी कि अगला जो अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर है, मिस्टर दामोदरन, आपसे गुजारिश करूँगी कि आप अपने कर कमलों द्वारा प्रदान करें। थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर राजशेखरन पिल्लई। यूरेका फोर्ब्स से A नंदी, आपसे मैं निवेदन करूँगी कि प्लीज़ कम अप ऑन दिस स्टेज। और ये जो अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर हैं उनके कैंडिडेट्स के नाम ले रही हूँ, वो तैयार रहें। मिस्टर नूर अलामुल्ला और मिस्टर देवनाथ मुखर्जी। सबसे पहले जनाब नूर अलामुल्ला साहब से मैं दरख्वास्त करूँगी कि वो स्टेज पर तशरीफ़ लाएं। उनके भविष्य के लिए तालियां इससे ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। मिस्टर देवनाथ मुखर्जी, और अब मेरा निवेदन है मिस्टर अरविंद मायाराम जी से कि प्लीज़ अगला अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर आपके दस्ते मुबारक से हो। और इन्फर्नो मैनेजमेंट सर्विस के मिस्टर रोहित धार, आपसे मैं निवेदन करती हूँ कि प्लीज़ स्टेज पर पधारें इस मौके पर। और जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं जो ये अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर हासिल कर रहे हैं, मिस्टर भानु, श्री भानु यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, प्लीज़ स्टेज पर पधारें और ये अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर हासिल करें मिस्टर अरविंद मायाराम जी के कर कमलों द्वारा। और इनकी हौसला अफजाई के लिए तालियां ज़रूर होनी चाहिए। बधाई आपको बहुत बहुत। मिस्टर कुंदन, आपसे मैं रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि ये अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर हासिल करें, बहुत शुभ घड़ी है ये। निश्चित ही ये बधाई के और मुबारकबाद के हकदार हैं। I would like to request Mr. S.R. Rao to please give away this appointment letter to Mr. Aditya Singh. Aditya Singh, अगर yes, he is there. मैं मिस्टर राव से गुजारिश करूंगी, मिस्टर S.R. राव, कि ये सर्टिफिकेट आप अपने कर कमलों द्वारा प्रदान करें। This is appointment letter. मिस्टर आदित्य सिंह है ये। और अब मैं श्री शंकर अग्रवाल जी से निवेदन करूंगी कि अगला अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर वो अपने कर कमलों द्वारा प्रदान करें। एंड ही इज़ मिस्टर उबैद खान। आपसे दरख्वास्त है कि आप स्टेज पे तशरीफ़ लाएं। मिस्टर उबैद खान। और ये इन्हें पोर्टल, चाकरी पोर्टल के थ्रू ये जॉब मिली है। और अब बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अब सहज के लिए ये कहना ही होगा इन सभी कैंडिडेट्स की ओर से कि मुझे सहल हो गई मंजिलें, वो हवा के रुख भी बदल गए, तेरा हाथ हाथ में आ गया कि चिराग राह में जल गए। थैंक यू सो मच। और अब मेरा अनुरोध है श्री गौतम चौधरी, हेड ऑफ सहज एकेडमी, आपसे कि कृपया अपना आभार प्रकट करें, धन्यवाद स्वरूप कुछ कहें।
On behalf of Shresh Sahaj Village Limited and IGNOU, I would like to convey our sincere thanks to all the distinguished guests on the dais. My sincere thanks to both IGNOU and Sahaj teams who conceived, conceptualized, and finally made it happen. My thanks to the distinguished members of the media, this august audience who has considered this event worthy of their valuable time. My special thanks to all support staff who worked day and night behind the scenes to make this happen. I would now request all guests to proceed to the foyer outside where refreshments are served. Thank you.